Evening all, Remarks here, back again with another video, back again with another Oculus Go and Gear VR latest releases video. And this week we've got 21 new releases to check out. I wasn't too well last week, so I didn't do this video last week, so this is kind of an amalgamation of the 2 weeks together. So I've got 21 to get through. I'm going to try and get through them as quick as possible to not make this video incredibly long. But I'm going to kind of give you my kind of opinion, give them a thumbs up if I think you should buy them, and if maybe you should wait for a sale, and a thumbs down if I think you should avoid them. So obviously I'll let you know my kind of opinion, whether they're worth your time, effort, and probably more importantly money. Well, 15 of them are free, or they're demos, or they've got some sort of subscription service inside them, and 6 of them are asking for money up front. So as I say, we'll sort of check those out and I'll let you know whether they're worth paying for. As you've probably seen, I'm currently changing my kind of branding on my channel and all that sort of stuff. So these t-shirts, this with this old Remarkers logo, they are still available at merch.remarkers.com, but as of this time next week they'll be gone. They'll be replaced with the new logos. If you want a classic Remarkers t-shirt, go to merch.remarkers.com. Without further ado, let's jump into this week's 21 new releases. First up this week, we've got Meditainment, which I assume that's what it is, sort of like medical entertainment VR. So what this is kind of like a spiritual, relaxing type experience. It's got a bunch of sort of 2D videos here. You get a 14-day free trial. So it is actually sort of a free trial. All you need to put in is an email, unlike another one that we've got this week where you actually have to put credit card details in to get it. This one you do get the full sort of experience for free for 14 days. So you can access all these kind of soothing sort of environments. They're okay quality. They're all 2D. Majority of them are 2D anyway. A few of them kind of have got some 3D elements to them. They're decent quality. I wouldn't say they're the best quality I've ever seen, but they're decent. You've also got up here an interactive tab, and some of these have interactive points. So I've clicked on a few of these. I've played these kind of interactive ones, and what it tends to be is it gets to kind of a point and it will just say, click the button in, and it makes a noise, and say what's frustrating you. Or something like that, you know, what's great about you and that sort of thing. So I'm not sure whether I'm missing some interactive thing here or anything, but I think the subscription is $10 a month for access to this. It's actually cheaper than the other one that we've got this week. So I don't know. It is kind of stuttering a little bit, I think, at the moment, because I'm recording it at the same time, which sometimes messes up some of the games, especially these kind of media ones, because it's obviously trying to do them two at the same time. The quality's okay. I mean, I guess this isn't the sort of thing that ever sort of appeals to me. These kind of meditative sort of experiences aren't aimed at me, but I know for a lot of people probably get a lot of stuff out of this, and they do need to wind down. I think VR is a powerful platform for that sort of thing. So, I mean, I think it gets a thumbs up, but I think given it's a subscription-based thing, it'd be interesting to kind of see what they add going forward, because if you take your 14-day free trial, you see it all, and there's nothing added for months, well, it's not worth it, is it? So I think it'd be one to kind of keep an eye on over the couple of months to see what gets added and then decide whether you want this or not. But there is a 14-day free trial. All it needs is an email. It's worth a go. Why not? So thumbs up for now. Next up, we have Lanchester VR, which is kind of an interactive tour information type thing of this kind of workshop. You've got some things you can click on here. You can sort of teleport yourself over different spaces. Click on things. You can then get like armored vehicles that you can kind of spin around and get a little bit of commentary on all about it. This app and experience is free, and it's pretty cool for free. You do need to turn around. There's no kind of turning on the spot, which is a shame. But like for here, for example, you can actually sort of start a game where you're actually flying a plane around the workshop through hoops and stuff like that. And there's a few other things like that as well. So for free, this is actually pretty cool. Okay, launch. Let's just go for it. And there you go. Look, now we've got the plane. And we kind of turn our controller left and right to steer it through. Oh, almost crashed it then. Through the hoops. So given that it's free, given that it's kind of got lots of cool information and interactive stuff, it looks quite good. It's quite sharp. The textures are actually quite detailed for the Oculus Go. So overall, it gets actually a pretty cool thumbs up, and it's worth one checking out. And I'm about to crash into a wall. Bush. Next up we have GEARUS, which is a pretty basic game if I'm all honest, but you click start, you have a little sort of 3D shooter, you have some blocks around you, and in kind of classic sort of shooter style, sort of space shooter, you shoot the incoming alien robot bug things to stop them from crashing into your little blocks. So you've got to defend your little blocks as long as you can. It doesn't get much kind of, well, it does get, it's a lot harder by sort of level 3, but they do kind of vary the pattern a little bit. You've got to kind of keep an eye out for them. You kind of literally just like holding the trigger down, pointing. It's a relatively sort of easy experience to do. As I say, it does get ridiculously hard at some point. They start spinning around and going around in circles, and all the levels seem to do is the bugs kind of change colour, and that kind of seems to be the new level sort of thing. But as I say, you're protecting your blocks on the side. This is kind of all it is. It's £2.29 or $3, €3. It plays okay, it works okay. I'd probably think it's maybe one to keep an eye out for a sale, just because there's not a lot in it. So it's going to get a bit of a meh. But if this is the sort of thing that you like, maybe, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. It works. It's not buggy, it's not broken. So, yeah, I mean, it gets a meh, but it's okay. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. So as I say, keep picking up in a sale if you can get it. Next up, we have TADE, which stands for Technologically Advanced Driving Experience. Now, I just read that under my headset. So this is kind of a car driving game. It does say it's got multiplayer and it has leaderboards, but whenever I click the multiplayer button, nothing happens. It just gets stuck on the loading screen. So we're just going to play a little bit of the single player. Controlling the menu is a bit weird. You have to use the touchpad to move this kind of little cursor around, and you click with the same button as well. So when you click, it then sort of moves because you're clicking. You can use gamepad, but let's click on that control type. You can kind of choose to kind of swipe or left and right click to move. Gamepad might work a little bit better, but we shouldn't kind of rely on that. You can customize the color of your car here if you really wanted to, and then you've got the same track. I'm going to click on it with 3 different times of day, and you click go, and then while it loads, we get this super blurry, huge loading word that's attached to my face. So here's the car. The car automatically goes forward. You tap left and right to go left and right. Oh my god, so stuck already. It's a bit sort of temperamental. It's a little bit twitchy. It's hard to control. It always seems to like drift. Like if you're just kind of going forward, it's always drifting one way or the other. And you just kind of touch the touchpad either side. You can kind of swipe. I find the swiping's even worse. You don't press the trigger to go forward. You only press the trigger to go backwards, which is a weird way of doing it anyway. But whatever. And I'm just getting stuck here. And the idea is to collect these coins, and there are kind of online leaderboards, but it's all a bit sort of confusing. As I say, the multiplayer doesn't really work, so I'll be interested to kind of see what that looks like. But it's a juddery mess as well. Like it's like shaking all over the place. It's hard to kind of see where you're going. I don't know. It's an interesting concept. And now I'm just stuck. Can I go? No, am I stuck here? And no, each time I bump into the wall, it kind of bangs me back again. Back to the kind of sideways, which is annoying. But the idea is to kind of like keep going as much as you can, grab as much energy as you can, and coins as you can. Look, for no reason at all, I just spun around there. So, I mean, it's an interesting concept. It's free. It's not hurting anyone, but it feels kind of broken, especially as the multiplayer doesn't seem to work for me, at least. I mean, if the multiplayer works for you, let me know. But this is going to get a bit of a thumbs down. I mean, it's free. If you want to check it out, by all means. But now, for me, I'm going to recommend you avoid it. Next up, we have Network Collapse, which is actually kind of a fun, interesting puzzle game. So, the idea is that you're kind of trying to teach people about networks, you know, packets coming in, packets going out, like a router. You know, you send your data to the router, it sends it to the internet, back again, goes to different devices, all that sort of good stuff. You can start the game, and what you see here is like things will come down the conveyor belts, like the yellow thing there. You suck it up into your machine, and you place it there. You suck that one up there, you put it there. And the levels kind of progress, get harder and harder. You pick that one up there, that goes there, different colours go different sides. It gets harder and harder, you get more and more conveyor belts. It comes faster and faster. You then get Wi-Fi ones which float in the air. So you've got to be kind of sucking those up. You can suck up more than one. Put them all on there. Suck up that and that, put that in there. So you're basically kind of acting like some sort of Wi-Fi router. Which I think for kids and people learning about this sort of thing is probably quite good. You do get to a point where you actually do get like firewalls and dodgy blocks that you have to kind of turn the firewall or antivirus on to get rid of them, sort of thing. And it gets pretty hectic pretty fast. But overall, for a free experience, a free app, and it's learning and it works okay. It looks all right for a Go game. So overall, this is going to get a thumbs up, and it's worth checking out if you kind of fancy just a little sort of 10-15 minute distraction. It's free, why not? Thumbs up. Next up, we have a ride in 2049, which takes us to the future via this Doctor Who type portal. I feel like I should be spinning around in a TARDIS as we fly through that. But it takes you to the future. You then get a three-dimensional video of a woman who kind of talks you through kind of the future of personal travel. So this is kind of just the menu loading up at the moment here. But there you go. She's in 3D. She then comes over, starts talking to you. You end up kind of like in this kind of 3D futuristic environment. Hey, it's a little creepy. She's a little creepy, but it's fine. It's kind of interesting. It's not massively interactive, but there are a few bits where you've got to kind of look in a certain place or click a little bit. There's quite a cool bit where you actually go inside the car and race around, or it takes you around, and you get advertised to, because travel is free in the future, but you pay with your time. But the idea is like here, it's trying to make you look at certain things. And it's quite interesting. It's absolutely one worth checking out. So it's free. It's an educational thing. It's an interesting thing that they've put together. And I like that they've got this 3D woman in this 3D environment. And it's kind of cool. So I'm not going to spoil any more. I'm not going to crack on with the next thing. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Let's give it a thumbs up. Here's Worlds, our sort of second sort of subscription-based relaxation, meditating type app. It's got a few different worlds in it. The difference with this one is it has a 14-day free trial. No, sorry, it has a 7-day free trial. But you have to put a credit card in. So you have to go onto the website, sign up, put in a credit card. So it's not really a free trial. I mean, trying to force you to kind of play it, then cancel it. It does say cancel every time, but that's just more of an effort. You've got to go to a separate website, which is a bit of a pain. But you've got kind of a few different environments. This is kind of like the hub environment. So the app itself is free to download. So you get kind of this hub environment to kind of wander around. You can wander by the little doors, and you can kind of hear the sounds coming out of the different worlds. So like each world from this hub has kind of like a sound to it and a door. You don't go through the door, you just press back on the controller and you bring up this hub menu. So for free you get the bamboo forest and the hub, then you get 8 others that you can pay for. Let's go to the bamboo forest quickly so you can see what it's like. It being $30 per month is expensive. So this one is interactive though, so you do kind of wander up here. We can pick up this gong and smack the... Oh, I've broken it. Oh, well, there you go. That's broken. You can turn around with the touchpad. You just tap to kind of to move forward. It is quite nice. I picked up the umbrella, and the sound of the rain has changed, but the graphics are quite nice. They're kind of nice and crisp. They're not sort of blurry or jaggy or horrible like that you sometimes get in sort of a lot of apps like this. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below whether you think this is worth it. I can't see $30 a month being... Oh, I dropped my stick. I was going to hit these sort of pipe things. Oh, my umbrella's gone as well. Can I pick that up? No, it's gone. So it's a little bit glitchy. It's not perfect. I've kind of shown a couple of glitches already. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's worth the money. I mean, hopefully, like the other app, it's like you've got to kind of see how the updates go. I guess the idea is you try the 14-day or the 7-day free trial. As I say, you have to put in your bloody credit card to get your trial. You don't even get like a time demo or something. That would have been quite good. Maybe a maximum of a couple of minutes in each world would have been nice to kind of test them out. But for me, no, I don't think it's kind of worth it. I'm going to give it a bit of a meh, because as I say, I can't be sure of the true value of this. Because A, I'm not putting my credit card into a website just to access this. Seems a bit ropey to me. But if this is the sort of thing you're into, if you kind of tried it... What was that just ran past? There was actually something that just ran through the level? What was that? It went through like super fast. Or was that the umbrella? Did it just teleport from over there to over there? It looked like some sort of creature going past. That's a bit weird. But yes, I'm going to give it a bit of a meh, because I can't imagine $30 a month is worth it. I mean, 5, 10 seems the maximum, but 30 seems ridiculous. ridiculous. But I don't know, you let me know in the comments down below. Is this something you'd pay $30 a month for nice, crisp 3D environments with some nice sort of soothing sounds? I don't know, let me know. Next up we have Puppet Fever, which is pretty cool. This is like a game of virtual charades. You get a mobile app, so everyone on the phone can, like, you could stream this to your TV, for example, just kind of talks to you and they can see what you're doing on the phone in this kind of 3D sort of game. So you could, it's got an in-app purchase to buy all the sort of packs. I think it's £7.99 or $10. I've already bought this on the Quest, so I'm not going to buy it again. So it's on the Quest and the Go. It's pretty much exactly the same sort of game. I've not seen much of a difference between sort of the Go and the Quest version. The only difference is you have 2 controllers and you can move little characters around 2 at a time, I guess, with 2 controllers, which you can't with the Go. It's just 1, but for 99.9% of it, it's exactly the same and it works really well. So as I say, what you do is set up a game in your headset, and then on the app, you download the Puppet Fever app. There we go, connect into the game. We can do a little scan. We should then find us. You have to be on the same network as each other. And then in game, you just kind of select your players. So what you can do, you can create new cards for different people's names, but you can kind of say, oh, look, here's John playing, here's Sarah playing, and here's Bucks, and here you can create another name. But you can also add some AI if you want to as well. We won't do that. They do guess things. You can add new names on the left here, but you just click start, and then in the app, that's what you see. So I don't know if you can see that there. So that's what you see in the app. You kind of see kind of the stage of where kind of I'm performing. So I'm behind the stage. Those people behind the stage there are potentially your friends. So no one else needs to control anything other than in the headset. But then you have things like this. So you go vampire, you choose the card. You can re-choose them. You get 5 to choose from, but if you get to the end, you can't do it. And then you just like to choose some pieces. So let's choose this guy here. We've got vampire teeth. Let's turn him into a vampire. Let's put a cape on him, and you go, you can make him bigger if you want to, and then you've got to try and get them to guess that it's vampire. They eventually, I think, get the kind of the theme come up. When somebody guesses what it is, you just kind of give them the card, and then they get the point. And you can kind of set how many rounds and how many everything it has. It's quite cute. You've got lots of different things to kind of interact with here. Props to use, like things like, here you go, going for a walk, Star Trek, you can reshuffle, dancing, psychiatrist, or witch hunt. So slap that down. It does give you some things to kind of to choose from. Let's make her into a witch. She's not very happy, she's scared. And then this guy is, maybe should be a bit bigger. You can make him bigger. He's going to have a torch because he's angry, and he's going to get a, and then you got to try and sort of act out. You can use other props, as I say, so you could turn him into a vampire, an angry vampire if you really want to, and then if you pay the extra money, you get some more props, some more cards, and that sort of thing. So overall, this is really good, and I've had a lot of fun playing this already on the Oculus Quest. So here we go. Look, if I show you kind of what it looks like there. So look, here's me kind of jumping this little character around, and you can see it is animating, it is moving at the same time, so it's pretty cool, and I'm actually kind of really impressed, really do like this. So absolutely thumbs up, get the free pack, play it, enjoy it, people with you at parties. It makes this very sociable. You take it in turns. It then says it's now Sarah's go. You take the heads off, give it Sarah, she has a go. It probably works better on the go in a way because you only have one controller. Giving people 2 controllers just for this is a little bit of a faff, so Go works pretty well. As I say, works exactly the same as the Quest version, bar the controller. Yeah, big thumbs up, and obviously I think it's worth buying the extra pack because you get some more stuff, more content. If you play it a lot and you enjoy it, why not? But yeah, thumbs up overall. Next up we have Infiltrator, which is a free kind of endless runner type shooter. Let's choose level 4. It's pretty basic to kind of control. Slide up and down to throttle. What I would suggest is you don't throttle up because you use your fuel, and I'd say hold off on it and just let your kind of self kind of like coast along and play, and then you shoot some targets. So let's wait for this to load. So here we are, we've got this kind of floating UI. We've got a couple of guns either side. It's all in 3D, and the controls are pretty straightforward. As I say, you press up to kind of speed up, but at the top you have like a fuel bar, and I would suggest you don't speed up because it burns your fuel bar, and then when you run out of fuel, it's game over. So I would avoid doing that. Literally just kind of cruise along, shooting the things as they come up. So there's some green robots, there's a red one. Shoot the fuel, there we go, more fuel. And it's head controlled for shooting. But then saying that, I guess there's nowhere to really look. You're in this kind of endless tunnel. It's not the most kind of best looking, amazing game ever, but it's functional, it works okay, tracks your head different ways. One thing I would say is when you go round sort of corners, like sometimes the path kind of snakes, you still face forward while you're going round that track, which is a little bit weird. But this is level 3 or 4, was it? So you do unlock the levels as you go. I played it for a fair bit to get to that point. You can sort of see you do get like a tally for your shots fired. You have to kind of wait for your gun to kind of naturally reload, but it does reload pretty quick if you give it kind of just a few seconds. But for free, it's fine. It works okay. As I say, it's not the most kind of exciting game ever, but it works. There's nothing wrong with it. It works. Yeah, what more can I say? As I say, just don't sort of boost along any faster than you have to, because otherwise you run out of fuel. But for a free app, yeah, why not? Thumbs up. Next up, we have Honor Everywhere, which is a free kind of video app, information, all about sort of different sort of wartime stuff like Vietnam, World War II, Women's Memorial. You can click them and they're just kind of 360 videos. I think we can skip ahead here. Yep, we can skip ahead. Nice. It's 2D, this one, but I mean, it is actually quite an interesting app. I was kind of watching this and kind of interested, enthralled by what they were saying. So, some cans of Coke. But yeah, so overall, yeah, it gets a thumbs up. It's kind of interesting to watch and listen to. This Women's Memorial is kind of cool. And as I say, there are some other bits here as well. You can go back and there's a few other videos. I don't know if they're going to have any others. This one is, oh look, jaunt camera. Those things are expensive. They're like 100 grand. Oh, I won't mind one of those. If you've got one you want to send it to me, by all means. But you can download the high quality version to play them. They're about sort of a gig each, the kind of different videos. That's a gig for about 4 minutes. So the quality is pretty good. So yeah, overall, absolutely, give this a download. It's worth it. Thumbs up. Next up for free, we get First Voyage Around the World, which is a series of kind of cool 3D environments. So 3D 360. There's kind of like bits you can kind of click to walk around. It's kind of like a 3D 360 sort of computer generated environment virtual tour. It's kind of cool. It's free, doesn't cost any money. It's not interactive as such. There's no kind of like proper exploring, but as I say, you can kind of click on you can click on a few kind of information points if you want to learn some more information. There's nowhere to move around in this one, but we can go back. Yeah, for free, it's kind of cool. There's nothing kind of amazing about it, but as I say, it's in 3D. It's nice and crisp. There's no reason why not to give it a go. So free, thumbs up. Next up, we have SHOWSTAGE, which doesn't seem to be loading for me at the moment, but I have tried it. It just goes to a sort of login screen. Oh, here we go. It goes to a login screen, and you have to subscribe. So you have to go to the website, showstage.live.preparation, and it's all in Japanese, and it looks a little bit weird. It kind of looks like you're chatting to anime characters in VR, chatting them up, giving them gifts. It's a little bit weird. I'm not sure what to make of it. I'm not sure exactly how much it is to try it. I'm not going to try. But if you are into this, if you've tried this, if we have any Japanese followers to this channel, I'd be interested to know, what are your thoughts on this? Have you tried it? What is it? What is going on? But it looks ropey. So it's going to get a bit of a thumbs down because it seems obviously it's not in English. We can't understand what it is. There's no options to change language. It's clearly not made for all markets. But so for us, I'd say avoid it. But I'd be really interested to know if somebody has any insight into what it is. Next up, we have Escape Legacy Demo, which gives you a couple of options between gamepad or sort of Go controller. And this is one that I've played a while back. This is the demo of it. This is free. I think the full game is £8, I think, something like that. It's not very expensive. I'll put it on screen when I find out what it is. But you play a game. I think you get the first level for free. Here we go. And it's kind of like, it feels a bit like sort of classic Resident Evil. But you're in first person view, you're kind of wandering around this kind of 3D space that looks pretty good. So you kind of got this 3D environment, you use the touchpad to kind of move around. It's not ideal using the touchpad because the touchpad is obviously a bit janky, but using a gamepad probably works a little bit better. But you've got kind of like this 3D 360 environment, sort of wall puzzles and things to click on and codes to decipher and all that sort of stuff. What I'll do is I'll put a link to the actual kind of full video I did on this down below or up above, so you can kind of check out what it's all about. I think that's locked, but it is kind of cool. I'm struggling to actually control it at the moment, but I think my kind of control pad being a bit weird. But as I say, that's because controlling with the Oculus Go controller is always a bit janky anyway, especially using the touchpad. So, but it is quite good. It is really good, and I do recommend it. But pick up the demo, pair a control pad to it if you can. You will be better. Will be an improved experience, and it works really well. So I do recommend the full game regardless. But yeah, absolute thumbs up for the demo. But let me know if you've played Escape Legacy before, because I know a lot of people got quite addicted to it and have played through all the levels. I think there was like, what, almost a dozen levels there, wasn't there, at the start? But yeah, thumbs up. Next up, we have Zombies, Faulty Towers. So it's pretty kind of straightforward, but actually kind of a fun little game. So you've got kind of a helicopter here. It's saying you need to kill a certain amount of zombies before it can extract you. You've got kind of like a power fist which shoots balls. And you can kind of teleport. So if you point at these little sort of sparkly things on the floor, you can teleport it forward. And it plays a bit like Angry Birds, but you can teleport around, and this entire level is your level. Oh, so here's a zombie who's just jumped out of the ground. Got to shoot him in the face. Sorted. I shoot that zombie up there. Sorted. If you do shoot a person, so up here is like a human. If you knock them off, a creature comes out and you've got to shoot it quick. And then you get like a heart, and you can kind of get your heart back. Oh, there we go. Kill that. Get a heart back. You don't have unlimited ammo, so you can sort of see we've got 17 balls left. This is our ammo here. Shoot that. When you go up, you can click up and down to kind of change the strength of your balls and how fast they go. Oh, we're going to knock that person over. No, they're okay. Let's teleport over here. It plays pretty well, and it's kind of quite... I was playing it... Oh, I fired that by mistake. Oh, no. Zombie, bird, angel, fairy thing. More hearts. Let's get those over there. You can see even when you hit a heart, that ball went flying over there. So that doesn't kind of help you in any way. Oh no, I'm going to get him. Oh, is he okay? He's okay. Cool. Let's get that ammo. Let's get that zombie. As I say, you need to get as many kind of zombies as you can until you've got 70 zombies. Within 10 minutes, you can't be extracted. So far with me playing, I haven't got to a point of being extracted, but I'll keep trying. I'm not going to play through all of this, but this plays pretty well. It's £4 or $5. I don't think that's bad value for money. As I say, it plays okay, it works okay. There's physics to these kind of like blocks that you're shooting and all that sort of stuff. So it's a little bit sort of strategic and kind of how you play. Got to keep your lives up, got to keep your ammo up. If you run out of ammo, it's game over. You run out of lives, it's game over. But yeah, overall, yeah, I'm going to give this a bit of a thumbs up. It's an interesting one to play, and let me know if you do play it. So yeah, thumbs up. Next up, for $2.99 or $3.99 in dollars and euros, we have Metro VR. Oh, we need to pick up a gun first, so jump over here, pick up that gun. There we go. It's a pretty cool looking gun. And then the door's unlocked, and we can now go through to shoot some robots. So we can shoot the robot in the head. Headshot. And then I believe the gate will open. You can't turn on the spot with this, unfortunately. You click on the touchpad to kind of... oh, we need to teleport over there. You click on the touchpad to kind of reload. What I would say is plan your reloads, but basically kind of it's like a wave-based shooter. What you do have to kind of turn around full 360 to kind of keep an eye on things as you're playing. But you shoot the different kind of points on the floor. So here, we're going to have to keep an eye on behind us and over here, because they do come from behind. Most things take a single headshot, and what I would say is reload whenever you can, because quite often you'll get caught out. and if you take too much damage, you can sort of see you got a health bar at the bottom. It quits you out and you lose. So once again here we'll get some robots coming around the corner. I mean, for the money, for £3, yeah, it's okay. The graphics are a little bit sort of pixelated looking. Sort of anti-aliasing needs to be sort of enabled there. Keep an eye behind us because I know they come from behind. Oh, I need to reload. Oh no, it's going to hit me. Oh, and they can hurt you a lot, quite fast. If you're not, oh, jeez, hello, oh, go away. Oh, jeez, I'm getting swarmed. But I mean, overall, for £3, yeah, it's kind of worth it. But just bear in mind that you ideally do need to be able to turn full 360, which for a Go game isn't ideal. If it had some sort of turning on the spot, it would be pretty cool. Just like swiping on the touchpad or something would be quite nice. But for £3, $4, yeah, it looks okay. Oh, actually, it just remind me, actually, when you get hurt, your screen kind of gets filled with this like digital blood, and you really struggle to see. So I think that needs to be toned down a little bit. No, reload. Oh, but you know, whatever. But thumbs up overall. If the developers can kind of tweak this blood and give you the ability to turn around, a bigger thumbs up. But for £3, yeah, why not? Next up, we have 3D Mahjong Worlds. You've got some settings. Well, we've got some sound effects. That's about it. Credits, help, start game. If you've never played Mahjong before, you've got how many different levels here? 37 different levels to choose from. Different difficulties. But let's kind of just jump onto the first one, or the first couple, so you can kind of see. So you do get a timer. Oh, actually, I think it times you. You don't get a timer. But you can kind of move these things around. You can touch the touchpad to kind of grab it and spin it around. And if you've ever played Mahjong before, what you've basically got to do is match pairs that have a free left or right side. So like here, this 3 has a spare side. This 3 has a spare side. So the long side of each one has to be free to be able to select them to move. So like here, it's covers this side but not this side, so you can select that to get rid of that. 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 3. Oh, missed it. 3. I mean, it works okay. It looks okay. The sound is kind of unoffensive. There's nothing wrong with it. Let's get the birds. I'm not a big Mahjong player. I'll be honest, I didn't really know how Mahjong worked until I downloaded this game. So I learned something on how to play Mahjong. So it gets a thumbs up for that. But it's £3, it's $4. Is that worth it to you? It depends how much you like Mahjong. If you like Mahjong, absolutely, it's worth the money. But if you don't, then obviously avoid it. But I think overall it works okay. I kind of learned how to play Mahjong, so it's going to get a thumbs up from me. Next up, we have Player, which is kind of funny, but we've got a 3D 360 environment with a pack of tissues next to us. That seems a bit weird for a video player app. I guess that kind of sets the style of what you think they're going to want you to do in this app. But it is only your kind of own media, so you can kind of get your own media from here. You can go back, you can kind of enter your kind of headset, you can do downloads, you can kind of sort of see different videos. We can sort of see all videos. Actually, can we? No, there's no sort of is there an option? No, there's no option for sort of like DNLA servers or anything like that. One of these interesting options actually is you can mirror 180 videos. So for example, if I go to all videos, where is it? This is my VR 180 VR 180 3D video, and it's behind me and in front of me, which is kind of cool. I kind of like that, but it's fine. It did automatically recognize that. I don't know if it actually read the VR 180 bit there and just knew what it was. But some of the apps do that, some of them don't. But it's a media player. You upload things to your headset, play them, choose them, see whether you like them, play them. You know, you've got this kind of environment here. It doesn't look like there's any kind of other environment when you're playing video files. What I would say is go into the settings and turn off the music, mute hall music, because otherwise it's making a noise. You can lock it as well, so you can lock your player. So yeah, given the tissues and given that you can pin code it, there's only one kind of video that they're probably going to be expecting you to download in this, aren't they? But I mean, it works. Let me know if it's now your preferred media player. I think personally I'm going to still stick with Pegasus because there's a lot more customization options there for me. But yeah, I mean, it works. It plays video files. It's a video player. So put a thumbs up. So next up we have Pompeii VR. It looks like at some point there may be a second experience in this app, but it's a video. So it's a 3D 360 video experience. You get a free demo, which is 2 minutes 56 seconds long, and the full experience is 8 minutes 58 seconds long, and it costs £3 or $4, €4. But let's kind of play the video. From the looks of it, it's kind of obviously the volcano erupting at Pompeii. We all know that kind of story. And it looks like for the entire sort of experience, you're kind of stood in a doorway while it's all kind of kicking off. But it is kind of cool. I mean, is it worth £3, $3 to get the full thing? I don't know. It depends how much you're into Pompeii. It doesn't interest me enough to want to buy it. But from the demo, I'd say it's worth downloading the demo, checking out. So it's going to get a thumbs up just for the demo alone. But this quality of this is pretty cool. As I say, it's full 360 3D. You can kind of see this kind of the city of Pompeii, and you see the volcano kind of erupt, and it kind of skips forward to where all the ashes are everywhere. So you're in the same position the entire time. It's kind of interesting. I mean, if you were teaching people or showing people this who were learning about it, I think it'd be quite a valuable experience. But for me, it's going to get a bit of a meh for the full experience, because I'm not sure it's worth £3 to me, but it may be worth £3 to you. But for the free experience, just to see kind of the cool quality of this, like the tiles are shaking there with the earthquake or the volcano erupting, like you see smoke coming out, it gets a thumbs up from that. But yeah, worth checking out for free at least. Next up, we have the Monarch Effect, which is a unskippable kind of interactive 360, VR 180 3D video. So it's kind of cool. Look, this kind of butterfly was following my cursor there. It's all in 3D. This world is in 3D, and it's kind of like a little mini documentary about the monarch butterfly, how it's kind of in decline, and what we can do and what people are doing to kind of help the butterfly out. And to be fair, it's actually kind of cool. If you've got any interest at all in butterflies, like this is all 3D. Pretty cool. I like it. They've cut it to VR 180, so it is kind of cut off behind you, which is kind of nice in a way. The quality of the video is okay. It's not the best quality video I've ever seen, but it's fine. It works. That's in 3D. The butterflies flying around are pretty cool. They're kind of in 3D, and there are a few moments where you get like VR versions of the butterflies like on your controller and flying around and all sorts. I mean, this looks awesome with the butterflies floating around. So for free, absolutely, is this worth checking out? It's quite interesting. It's how we should, oh, here you go. Here's the interactive bit where you can kind of zoom in and take a closer look at some butterflies over there if you want to. But like this, like the bushes and stuff, all 3D. It's nice. I like it. So yeah, absolutely. It's interesting. I found it interesting. I'd be interested to know if you found it interesting. But if you kind of want to help sort of preserve monarch butterflies, do your part. Plant some certain plants to help them keep going. But yeah, overall, yeah, free app. It's pretty cool, all in 3D, thumbs up. Alright, here we are in real VR fishing, £7.99, $9.99, same in euros. This is probably one of my favourite Oculus Go experiences. It is super realistic. I've done a couple of videos on it already, so if you want a kind of deeper look at it, I'll put a link to those up above and down below. But it's basically a fishing game that is super realistic. It's probably one of the best value things you can get on the Oculus Go at the moment. It is coming to the Oculus Quest as well. Let's just choose this one. I'm going to choose a random place to go to. There's 15 places to go fish in Korea. And it's awesome. It is absolutely awesome. The gameplay, how it works, the difficulty settings that you can kind of tweak. So like the environments themselves, they're like photorealistic 360 3D, like there's ducks over there swimming around. The water looks awesome. Oh, the environment just looks cool. It is absolutely worth checking out. What sort of difficulty do I have set up? Or I have set up on the easy. So you can kind of tweak your settings. Kind of here we've got kind of like glasses that come up to show us where the fish are. You then just literally kind of hold your button down, fling it out, and then just pull it in. to kind of get some fish on the hook. Let's see if we can get a fish going here. Come on, go on, go for it. Go on. Go on. You know you want to. Go on first cast. Go on, do it for me. Yes, there we go. Oh, it's a biggie. It's a biggie. Oh no, I wanted a small one so I could just quickly show you what it looks like. Not a huge one that's going to take like 10 minutes to catch in. But we'll go with it. We'll go with it. So you can sort of see here, we're kind of playing with the fish here. You get kind of like little mini games that come up. In the harder difficulty settings, that gets rid of these kind of bars on the screen, and you kind of more have to kind of look at the kind of splash and which way the fish is going and stuff. I prefer it on the hardest setting. It is kind of cool. So there you go. The fish just jumped out of the water there. But look at it. I mean, the graphics on this game are awesome. The developers are awesome. They're super engaged. They're genuinely, it feels like they're trying to make the best possible game they possibly can. And they've gone through loads of feedback. They're not rushing it out. They do have a Rift and a Quest version in the works. If it gets kind of released, I can't imagine it'll look much better than this, but you'll have some sort of limited 6 stuff, and you'll have 2 controllers, I guess, to kind of wind the fish in. But you can still kind of pretend to reel the fish in if you want to. Why not, you know? Oh, can I get it? Can I get it? Can I land this nice big fish? Come on. Yes! Oh, a nice big catfish. Look at that bad boy. You can use your touchpad to move around, and look at the fish in that. That's just like the most realistic looking VR fish I've ever seen in my life. I can almost eat it. Can I eat catfish? Yeah, you can eat catfish, can't you? So you choose to release it to get experience points, gold to kind of, if you keep it, 1 out of every 5th fish you can put in your tank back in your sort of your cabin. But overall, absolutely awesome. Let's release this fish, and there you go, sort of see him swim away. Awesome. So as I say, I've got previous videos on this. If you want more information about it, go check those out. But absolutely big thumbs up. This is a must-buy app for the Oculus Go. I'm not biased. I'm not being paid to say that. It genuinely is, and you can ask anyone. It is awesome. So check it out. Last but not least, we have Shootris, which is like Tetris, but but in VR, and you kind of shoot the blocks. So you get like a gun, which is kind of a funky looking gun anyway. You swipe to move the blocks left and right, and you just pull the trigger to kind of destroy the blocks like this. So then you kind of come over to there, hold the button down, touchpad down to kind of bring them over to there, swipe it across, down that comes as well. And here we go. So this is kind of a bit more interesting. Like there, we can break that and that one, bring it down to there. This one, we can probably bash those 2 off the top. Can we get it to slide in underneath? I'm not sure if you can in this. Oh, I thought you could then. I think maybe you can. But yeah, it's kind of cool. So £2.29 or $3. It's essentially Tetris, but it works pretty well. I've got no kind of real arguments or issues with it. I think it would be nice if there was some multiplayer in here. There's no multiplayer, unfortunately. God, it's giving me a lot of the same blocks here, isn't it? But it works quite well. There's ever increasing sort of levels. Let's turn the music off. That was getting a bit loud, wasn't it? Oh, now I'm more confused. Oh, there we go. So we can go straight down there. Plug you in there. Oh, that probably fit in perfectly there. Awesome. So you can kind of shape these. Like we can shoot the blocks on the right hand side there. No, other way. Ah, oh, I messed it up. I think my touchpad's being a bit weird today. But can we get rid of those? Yeah, we can. We can go over to there. Oh, actually, you just touch left and right. That's me kind of swiping left and right. You just touch left and right. Can we get rid of that one as well? Nice. And then you just touch to go down. I messed that up. Touch. And there you go. So yeah, overall, there's nothing kind of offensive or wrong with this game. It works okay. It's a game of Tetris in VR with a little bit of an interesting twist. So yeah, it gets a kind of thumbs up from me. As I say, a few quid, a few dollars. Good value. Yeah, check it out. So there we go, that's this and last week's 21 new releases. During that video I had to have it plugged into power because there's 21 of them, and it was overheating because here in the UK it's blooming hot. So I actually had to have like a little ice pack on the front of my Go in between sort of playing games while I was typing in kind of the new titles and stuff like that, to make sure my headset was nice and cool. So yeah, That's what you have to do with the Oculus Go. It's not, to be fair, it doesn't happen all that often, but it is really, really warm at the moment. And so if you want something nice and cool, get yourself one of these Remarkers t-shirts. They are, as I say, limited edition. They're going to go away at the end of the month, merch.remarkers.com, but check them out if you like it. Let me know what you think about this week's new releases. Are there any that take your fancy? I think the standout one for me is obviously Real VR Fishing, but I've obviously already covered that already. It just hadn't made it into one of these videos, but there's a fair few decent games and apps in there. It's good to see the content for the Oculus Go is still coming out. We're still getting lots of it. I know a lot of people kind of worried that the Oculus Go is going to be kind of forgotten, but I do know there are a lot of developers out there, big and small, who still have an eye on the Oculus Go. We're still using it. As long as you guys are still using it, you're still watching these videos and you showing engagement with the headset itself, they'll still keep making content. So do pick up any that you like. As I say, if you do pay for some, you kind of investing in that developer, investing in them kind of making more stuff. If obviously they make some money, they're going to make some more stuff, so it's win-win for all of us really. But buy the good stuff, don't buy the bad stuff. But there's a lot of free stuff in there this week as well, so lots of free kind of experiences just to try out. But as I say, let me know in the comments down below what you think about them. If you found that video useful, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. That's fine. I'm big enough and ugly enough to take it. But do let me know in the comments down below why you didn't like it. Try and do better for next time. Become one of the Remarkables, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified when I next upload a video. And that's me done. I'm out. Have a virtual high five.